Israel's strategic affairs minister expected to visit Washington today, where he will reportedly face pressure for the Trump administration to end the war in Gaza.
Yesterday, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Israel's operation against Iran has opened up more opportunities for them. Quote, first and foremost, to rescue the hostages and defeat Hamas, and also broad regional possibilities.
President Trump continuing to call for a ceasefire in Gaza and for a return of all hostages, adding that more countries could be joining the Abraham Accords.
Has any other country suggested to you recently, as a result of this, that they want to join the Abraham Accords?
Yes. So we have some really great countries in there right now, and I think we're going to start loading them up because Iran was the primary problem.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt has suggested Syria could also be one of those countries joining in. And here to break all of this down is foreign affairs analyst and former George W. Bush appointed U.S. Commissioner member Harley Lippman. Harley, thank you so much for joining us this morning. So Iran has been sending a lot of mixed signals on what direction they're going to take their country. So first of all, what are the chances, in your estimation, of the United States and Iran having some sort of discussion this week? We're having a little bit of audio issues. Let's see if we could pod him up.
Iran is going to have discussions, and they're very clever negotiators. And they just announced at the UN that they will enrich uranium no matter what international pressure happens, and they will do it indefinitely. So clearly that sends a signal, as President Trump said just a moment ago on your newscast, that Iran is the problem. But there is a solution here, which is the Abraham Accords. And what a lot of people may not realize is the Abraham Accords means peace with your neighbors. What President Trump is doing is going to transform the Middle East in a way that we haven't seen in over 100 years. You have Lebanon, Syria, and Saudi Arabia. I arrived in Israel today. I'm meeting with the American ambassador, Mike Huckabee, this Wednesday at 2 o'clock. And I'm meeting with Israeli ministers in the next 2 days, because big things are going on in the Middle East right now.
They certainly are. And on the Abraham Accords front, Harley, the possibility of Saudi Arabia and even Syria potentially entering into these accords. I mean, just 6 months ago, especially on the Syria front, no way anybody thought that was possible. Is it now?
It's more than possible. It's likely to happen. I predict it will happen. And it's due to President Trump, because President Trump showed extraordinary leadership and courage in challenging Iran in a way that no American president has ever done. And he successfully attacked Iran, and Iran was defeated by close coordination between the United States and its close ally, Israel. And the nations in the Middle East saw that they could count on America as a reliable ally, and they could work with America to transform the region. So this is groundbreaking. There's nothing like this that we've seen in our lifetime. And it's going to make dramatic changes in this part of the world that's going to uplift the life of people living in Arab countries that have been suffering so much.
So according to an Israeli media report, Israel is prepared to end the war in Gaza and then turn control over to 4 Arab countries. Do you think that this is what the likelihood is going to be, that this is going to be the outcome? And if so, what would that mean for the hostages that are still in Gaza?
I do think it's a likely outcome. This is part of the reason why I'm here today. I flew in this morning. And I think the result of this will be the freeing of the hostages. This is a primary condition for Israel, and President Trump has been a champion of these poor people who have been savagely beaten and tortured and kidnapped into Gaza. So I've never been this hopeful in my life that something is changing in international relations, and especially in the Middle East, for the good. It's remarkable. It really is.
It certainly is. Harley, we're going to have you back on to talk about all of this after you meet with the ambassador and Israeli officials. Thank you so much for joining us ahead of those discussions, and we will check back in with you very soon.
My pleasure.
Harley Lippman, we appreciate it.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.